think that beating this game would bring me some joy, but the fact that I am still playing this game makes me a little sad. Welcome back, true believers and spectacular Spidey fans, to the big finale infectious installment of Radioactive Replay for The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Here we are, the last part, everybody. We're wearing the ends of the Earth suit because that just makes sense, fighting Carnage, and it's going to be really awesome to fight him in this suit. But still, it's not Spider-Man PS4. We're still playing The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And I do apologize that in parts 9 and 10, I recorded them before Paris Games Week happened, but I didn't get the chance to upload them. Here is actually after Paris Games Week, and actually after the Insomniac Games live stream, where they shouted out the Spidey Squad, which is absolutely insane. But again, heck with all that, even though this is insanely much more interesting than this. But we are at the finale of The Amazing Spider-Man 2, about to fight Carnage. In the end, this is the Earth suit, and yeah, let's just get this over with, please.
There's a riot at Ravencroft. We don't have the manpower to handle it. All we could do is close the bridge, seal it off.
What about the people who work there?
We sent in some task force guys to evacuate. They're having a bad time. Any chance you can lend a hand?
On my way.
Here I go to, I guess swing over the bridge to go to Ravencroft or something. I mean, yeah, sure. And yay, the final boss of the movie tie-in game is Carnage. For a movie tie-in game, is a villain that wasn't even in the movie. I don't think Beanox watched the movie.
This is a nightmare. How'd it get so bad so fast? It's like someone deliberately freed all the most dangerous inmates. This is worse than I ever imagined.
Well, good thing we're here to stop it, right, Spider-Man?
Both the staff and the non-violent inmates are in a bad spot. I've got to get those people out.
By beating the heck out of them, let's go.
Come on, you're not taking this seriously.
Whoop their snot butts.
Or are you really that slow?
These people just think they can come in our turf and try and beat up some nice civilians? Come on. They're better than that. Surely they should be, at least. Bullet fire? Come on. Look at my suit. You think you can even try and penetrate my armor with that? It's a Gatling gun versus red and black spider armor. Come on. You can't beat that goodness. Yeah, we're doing that, Spider-Man. We gotta take out this bald guy first. Kingpin Delight. Or Diet Kingpin, I should say. Ba-bam! Oh boy. Amazing.
Get me out of here!
You got it, sir. Don't worry.
It got so bad so fast. Glad to help. Now get as far away from here as you can.
So I'm just gonna jog that way. Great. Now of course, the one thing I will say that I do like about this particular level is the soundtrack. Which sucks though, because I can't find it anywhere on YouTube or anything. I can never find this game's soundtrack because I don't think Beanox publicly released it, since this game, you know, didn't do that good. But again, like the kind of eeriness that is, you know, Carnage, like what Carnage as a character is supposed to be, I think this music does kind of do a good job of kind of portraying that, you know, trait of him. But that's not saying much, of course. And yeah, you know, the boss fight with him is kind of underwhelming, given the fact, again, he is not a movie character. He's just some person that turns out to be the main villain in the end, and it's kind of strange.
Thank you. I was so scared. Head for the bridge. The police will get you out.
It's alright, sir. You'll be fine. I just realized now that this Spider-Man kind of reminds me of Ezra Miller's Flash costume. At least the helmet does.
Too bad you're not on the outside.
You see it? Like how like it's kind of pointy at the back? Kind of really reminds me of the Flash costume. So good job, DC, taking from this costume and just putting it into the Flash. Spider-Man, you've said that 3 times already. We know, okay? We're doing that. We're just beating the snot out of everyone first. That's every person's goal when fighting this part of the level. Beat everyone up, and then save everyone. That's the only thing that makes sense. At least I'm pretty sure. And rejected. Yeah, sorry, what was that about using the ionic webbing to take out people with armor? Oh, never mind, we just used normal stealth takedowns to do it regardless. Kick to the face. Very nice. Alright guys, playtime's over, okay? It's a school night. Actually, it's Saturday, but still. For you guys, you're about to get a timeout for uneducated discipline. Woo! Come on, everyone has to have a fair time trying to beat me, okay? I mean, I know I have to look the most handsome when doing it, but still, if you guys are just trying to gang up on me by not ganging up on me, then That's not too good. Just saying. No.
To evacuate anyone who's not involved in the riot.
Count that. 4th or 5th time you said that line, Spider-Man. We know what to do, okay? You don't have to try and point it out every 2 seconds.
You having a good day? No?
I'm gonna say no. Ooh, backbreaker on the forklift. Yeah, there you go. Nice. Webs are glitching in the air, but still pretty good regardless. We're coming, sir.
Thanks, brother. I mean that.
Ooh, brother.
Don't thank me yet. You need to get to safety.
Alright, my boy. Peace. Oh, we gotta go save Chameleon now. Your scrawny little butt about to be mutilated by Carnage minions. Come on, we can leave him there. It would make our life a whole lot easier if we just let him there to die and rot. You know, we can just make sure that this never happened. Just saying. And we got a standoff with some guards. But I'm gonna have to reject that proposal. Ooh! Please don't shoot me with that dumb laser gun, which for some reason only takes out my web shooters and doesn't just kill me regardless. Ouch! Where did you come from? Person throwing bombs? Where'd you go? Great, so I'm about to die like I did with the arcade challenges just by getting bombs thrown at me again. It's Deja Vu 2.0, I swear. Don't try that garbage again. Get down here. You and I have to have a little talk, okay? Bombs and spider webs don't mix. Especially when we're at a prison riot and you just get your head slammed into the concrete pavement. Probably getting massive brain injuries. But, yeah. Very nice. Let's see. So what I want to talk about, like I talked about in part 10, guys, is actually what I will be doing after this game's beaten. So if you guys, you know, heard me talk in the whole hour-long plus arcade mode video, because that last challenge was so irritating for me. I was off my game that day. But mainly, yeah, you know, once this series is over, we are going straight back into Prototype, which, you know, was supposed to be a Halloween special. But now, since you guys do like it, we are going to, in fact, continue playing Prototype until the very end. Like, we're going to play it until the very, very end of it, which is very cool. And, again, like, I love playing that game. You guys seem to like it. It's a really fun game. And I love playing it for you guys. So after we beat this, we're going into that. And then the next Spider-Man game will be revealed at the very end of this episode of Radioactive Replay. So definitely stay tuned for that. And yeah, I think you guys will, maybe not love it, but I think some of you guys will like it. It'll be definitely fun. I don't know if I hate the game, because I played it when I was a kid, and I also played it a lot with my dad, which was really, really fun as, like, a childhood memory. Like, my dad and I always played that game together, which was really fun. But I'm going to have an interesting look back at it. Again, I don't know if I hate the game. Again, it's definitely not my top 5 of favorite Spider-Man games, of course, but it's definitely not, like, the worst like this game is. But yeah. But again, like I was saying with the the part 10, is that now, after we beat this game, we are going into the PS2/PS1 era of Spider-Man games. So that's going to be very fun. And I haven't tested my Elgato out with the PS2 yet, so I gotta make sure it works properly, you know, but, you know, we'll definitely see if it actually works out in the end. I'm sure it will, and we'll definitely have a blast going into the old school era of Spider-Man games, like the retro days of great Spider-Man games, which a lot of them are, in fact, on the PS2, you know, Spider-Man 2, Ultimate Spider-Man, Spider-Man 1, the movie tie-in game. Yeah, you know, we're gonna have lots of fun doing it, and that is just going to continue the Radioactive Replay awesomeness. And I hope you guys will enjoy it, because I know I will. Because that's what this series is about, having fun. Woo! Alright, Chameleon, it's over. Get up now. Good job. Can't believe I got hit by those punks. It sucks.
Mencken, right? You work for Oscorp. I'll try not to hold that against you. What happened here?
It was Cassidy. We tried treating him with an experiment.
You don't. I know what you and Fisk were up to. Using these people as guinea pigs.
Okay, fine, but the danger's real. Cassidy changed into something horrible, deadly, and he wants to make more like him.
Uh-oh. Web of Shadows, please? I wish this was Web of Shadows 2, please.
More? Cassidy's a loony psycho killer. When did he turn into a social butterfly?
He had an abusive father, absent mother. He was always jealous of other kids with loving, stable families.
So he's trying to create one?
Yes. Out of the most dangerous inmates at Ravencroft. He wants to build a family in his image.
Again, this soundtrack is pretty badass right here with Carnage's, like, theme. I guess it is his theme song. But yeah, this whole explanation that you're gonna hear with how the symbiote exists is so bad.
What did this nutball cocktail of yours do to it?
I don't fully understand it. But like everything else, the goal was to cure the Osborns. In this case, by creating organic, intelligent life forms, nanites, that rely on the body's survival for their own. Now listen to me. Any disease, any damage, they can recognize and heal, as well as protect and defend the host.
A symbiotic relationship.
So you're trying to tell me that nanites create the symbiote which can heal and actually give a person enhanced strength and turn them into a symbiotic monster? But it's nanites. Sure. Okay.
How do I stop Cassidy?
I'm not sure you can. You'd have to overwhelm the symbiote we injected him with. Stop it from functioning. Inflict too much damage for it to handle. Perhaps with fire, or intense vibrations. It's all theoretical. We plan further studies, but...
But what? Come on, finish your sentence. No? Beanox's budget wouldn't allow it? Fine. So this is the second to last conversation we have with, like, the dialogue tree. The last one is with Carnage, which is really strange. But I do like this scene that we're going to see where, you know, Spider-Man drops off, quote-unquote, Donald Macon in the parking lot. Because when I first played it, I was like, whoa, like, you know.
I'll get you outside, which is more than you deserve. But then I have to go after Cassidy.
I agree. He's headed for the sub-basements, where the most damaged inmates are kept. Now, if he makes them into beings like him, no place will be safe. Oh.
Alright, quit your whining, Mencken. We'll get you out of here. I don't know what type of cough syrup you took today, but it's definitely not working, okay? Make sure that you double up on Advil next time you go and try and take out someone in a prison filled with guards.
I'm fine from here. My car's outside.
Get to a hospital. Tell the police everything. Or after I'm done with Cassidy, I'll come looking for you.
Uh-oh. That's not too good. Now that, you know, again, this game is supposed to kind of reflect the movie in, like, what terms of the story aspects. We have characters like Donald Macon in, who I think in the movie was actually supposed to be Chameleon, which is interesting. But yeah, you know, that part is cool. When I played the game and, like, he was fine the whole time and he just walked away, normally, like, what's going on? And then, like, you know, by the end of the game, we will figure out that it is Chameleon who has been Donald Macon this whole time. So that is a cool part of this game. However, the whole delivery of it, where, like, you know, it's from a game standpoint, it doesn't connect at all.
Heavy-duty security. Wonder what they had here. I get the feeling something seriously wrong was going on here.
Yeah, you know, like, let's see, probably Max Dillon turning into Electro right there. But, you know, we don't see that in the game. We don't get an explanation of why he hates Spider-Man that much, except in an audio log. Yeah, you know, it's fine.
Stay on high ground.
It's fine. No worries. No worries at all. No need to show further character development in the game's story whatsoever. Later. Have a nice nap, sir. We're gonna take out your friend. He'll join you. Don't worry. Woo! Stick him to it. Nice.
Score.
Very indeed, Spider-Man. Very much indeed. Let's see here. So we're not gonna do that, which is something I did not want to do, but we will do this. Sorry, guys. We're gonna have to crash your party. Woohoo! No. Come on, you can't try and take me out that easily, okay?
You know what? That's weird. Don't do that.
Yeah. Especially if you're trying to be stalking on me, or just stalk me in general. I have a lot of obsessive fans, okay? At least Spider-Man does, so ease off. Oh, great.
Electrical equipment, burn marks. I bet this is where they held Max Dillon.
Yeah! Good call, Spider-Man. We only had him one part in the game, and little boss fight that was probably less than 10 minutes long. But yeah, now we see his origin cage torture room that was in the movie, and greatness, I guess. And let's listen to this audio log of Max just freaking out about everything, of course.
Spider-Man, I thought he was my friend. I thought he cared. He hurt me bad. He said I was his eyes and ears. But he lied. They all lie. I know what he can do now. He won't trick me this time. He'll never send me back to Ravencroft, and he can't kill me. Energy can't be created or destroyed, only transformed. And I've only just begun transforming.
But then you exploded with social anxiety problems in Times Square after we whooped your butt, Max. Sure. Good transformation. I love that. You see that objective? Find a way to get out of there. Okay. Gotcha.
I get the feeling there's something behind that wreckage.
I don't know where that feeling came from, Spidey, but, good instincts. Very good. Good assumption skills. Should be a detective. Alright, let's see. I definitely not want to get blown up by those guys, but we will go down all the way down there.
Or I'm gonna get one heck of a jolt.
We will, but good thing that we're not stupid enough to try and walk directly in their path, because that would be pretty darn stupid, if I do say so myself. We're gonna go directly underneath that and take the shortcut. And double shortcut, opening, yep, there we go. Nice. Didn't want to explode right there. Oh. Nice, little secret area of goodness that will not matter because we don't have enough upgrade points to even come close to getting the final upgrade for the ionic webbing, but still. Okay, great. I didn't even want that to happen, but awesome. And getting electrocuted is even better, sure. Getting stuck in walls, all that. Nice.
One, please.
That fan is pretty darn fast, okay? I just wanted to get out of here. I didn't know that there was this secret area, okay? There we go. Alright, so that's done, and you're gonna explode, but I don't really need to do that since we can just go underneath here and up there. Awesome. What a great maze that only halters the point of us trying to get to Carnage. We have, like, I would assume, like, maybe 10 minutes left of this level.
The
Nice.
Venom Project. Huh, great. Why is it never the Puppy Project or the Chocolate Project?
Delicious. And cute. Or, wait. Switch those. Cute puppies, delicious chocolate. Not delicious puppies and
Stop
cute chocolate.
Cassidy before he makes things even worse.
No, he's fine. Those guys are just taking a nap, Spider-Man. Nothing's wrong. Just like this. Cool Easter egg, right?
Couldn't ask for a better picture.
I love this Tom Hardy Easter egg.
Looks like Jameson's sources were right. Whoever's behind this must have seriously deep pockets.
Yep. Would that be Norman Osborn or the Kingpin or someone like that? But, great. These pictures are barely acceptable. Did you leave the lens off when you took them? JJ, shut your mouth, okay? Just shut your mouth. Try and do what we do, okay? Think about it. He's just assuming Peter Parker is getting these pictures, not, like, Spider-Man. So he's, like, putting his own life in danger. Like, be a bit more grateful, JJ. Jeez.
Now, you're trapped in my web, little spider.
Well, that's not good.
Fear the darkness. Let it in. Then you'll be like me.
You mean emo?
I
Sorry.
My true self, Spider-Man. You can't do. I'll show you how.
Does it involve
I know what it's like
murdering?
to be something bigger. You'll find out soon.
I hope not too soon, please.
There'll be two kinds of people. Those who are like me, and those who are dead. Which one are you?
Not the latter. Definitely not the latter.
What on earth is that? Actually, it doesn't look like anything from Earth. I've never seen anything so horrible in my life.
A growing family, Spider-Man. So many mouths to feed. I think I'll feed them you.
That is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
My friend is hungry. It wants a nice fat spider to munch on.
Sorry, Cletus, I've seen enough
Rejected my
Demogorgons.
gift, but I have another one for you. Death.
That was very abrupt.
All the voices in my head agree. You have to die.
You just need to be quiet, Cletus, okay?
Stop Cassidy before he makes things even worse.
You mean, like, killing us? Because there's no way that he can kill anyone else besides the prisoners that he already turned into mini Carnages. We're the only threat here. Or the only thing that's at, you know, risk of dying, Spider-Man, so everyone else is fine. Oh boy, here we go, the best boss in the game, which isn't really saying much. Would you guys say Electro's the best boss? I personally think it's Carnage, but again, that's not really saying a lot. Hey, Cletus. I know you're trying to find a key card to escape to wherever this leads. Where are we even? Is this like a Fight Club ring? Like, seriously, where does this go? Where would the key card take him? I know there's a door there, but still, come on. What if I go behind here?
I can't turn my back on people in need.
Oh, come on, Spider-Man.
Cassidy! That's as far as you go. One of you is already too many.
I'm not Cletus Cassidy. Not anymore. I'm my true self now.
I'm Carnage.
Oh, good. So,
Let's fight instead.
you mean like beating you up in 2 seconds like that? What carnage you brought?
Poor little spider. You're just not ready to see the truth, are you?
I didn't web up your mouth because I don't want you to suffocate, but you're starting to talk me out of it.
See, you think you're joking, but I know what you won't admit to yourself. When I killed those criminals, you were happy. You were grateful to me, weren't you?
No,
It's not too late to understand. I'll tell you whatever you want to know.
About death, Cletus? Come on, right here with this close-up shot of him with the symbiote. Again, this is nanites? I don't think so if they screamed in pain when we destroyed those, you know, tentacle monster things. Like, I don't know. It's not that good.
What makes you think I'm anything like you?
You wanted to do what I did. End those criminals forever.
That's true. I didn't want to admit it, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel that way.
I knew it.
But that's human. Anger, wanting revenge. It's not wrong to feel emotions like that. It's wrong to act on them.
Preach, Spider-Man. Give him that spider knowledge. Be like Ty Lopez during the final fight of the game. Just spread all that knowledge right in Cletus' dumb face.
You said you kill to understand death. What are you trying to understand?
The meaning, the truth, the secrets it reveals about all of us that we're afraid to see.
I can tell you that. Death is a part of life. It happens. Sometimes for a reason, sometimes for no reason. You're wasting your time looking for some cosmic answer in death. Life is where you find meaning. And buddy, you've wasted yours.
Boom. Eat it, sucker. And you see how on, like, his, you know, his clothes, it's like the symbiote tendrils are popping out of the shirt, but it's just like, it's so badly designed of the low budget, it's just like, it looks like it's part of the clothing design, you know? It's just, I'm sorry, Beanox. I know you had a low budget, and Activision screwed you over, I'm sorry, but it just looks not that good.
You say you're searching for answers in death, but what were you trying to do when I stopped you? Make others like you? A family?
So we can spread the message, the truth, that chaos and death are the only—
Wrong. You're trying to create a family because you never had one. You weren't looking for death, Cletus. You wanted the life you never had. Now who's not seeing the truth?
Boom. His entire life has been a whole lie, killing that whole orphanage full of people, and just murdering criminals as he goes daily. Suck it, Cletus. Super dumb.
Here's the real difference between us, Spider-Man. I'm at peace with who I am.
You shouldn't be.
And you should? Then why aren't you?
Sorry, Cletus. I just figured out talking to a psycho killer isn't gonna give me the answers I'm after.
I know what will. Death.
Yep, nanites. Those are definitely nanites. Absolutely only robotic nanites. Woo! Let's go. Carnage looks actually pretty cool in this game, not gonna lie.
Come on, you're not taking this seriously. Or are you really that slow?
That's not what you should say to Cletus when he's about to murder you, Peter. Calm down. Haven't you learned nothing? You're dealing with a psychomaniac who now has the power of a symbiote on him. Don't crack jokes. Cletus, are you even aiming for me? Come on. Oh, I guess you were. Ouch. Get off me, punk. Show that stuff somewhere else, okay? This is not acceptable behavior for you. Get in the fire. Yeah, a little bit closer. There you go.
I can help you. Get you to fix what they did to you.
It's fixing Spider-Man. Perfect. What I was always meant to be.
A murderer? That's actually pretty scary with him on fire. That's actually pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. This is like easily, again, the best boss in the game for me, I think. Come on, Cletus, get down here. Gonna talk like adults, oh my god. Unless you're gonna keep using that scratch ability on me, come on. Knock it off. Quit using your crazy axes on me, punk.
Fighting like that. I'm supposed to be the funny one.
What jokes is he making, Spider-Man? He's about to murder you. Nothing is funny about this situation. Here we go.
You and everyone like me. Chaos is the only thing that's real. Chaos and death.
And mini carnages.
We'll wake everyone up.
I wish you would have. We got something that really is a nice long nap.
Yeah,
Shakalaka.
I would agree. Getting very tiresome over here. And you just hanging around getting on the walls and splurting out mini carnages from your own body is pretty damn disgusting. Not gonna lie, Carnage, you're gross. Straight and simple. Again, come on, quit splurting out many versions of yourself that just have the same abilities as you. Come on. If you're gonna go Web of Shadows on me, then go Web of Shadows on me. Don't do this little half-ass version of it. Bam! Rejected. Where'd you go, Cletus?
Size of glass has a way of bringing
I gotta knock you down to size. And give you a little pep talk of my own. Well, you're still up there? Come on, come down. You're not going anywhere, punk. Only I could web strike you from there, but I can't. Nope! Woo, that was close. Ouch. Cletus, come on, knock it off. We can be friends. But, I don't think that's going to work out for any of us. Whoa, snap. I don't know if I like this Carnage design more than, Shattered Dimensions, but they're both great.
What I do to criminals is what you want to do. I can help you get there.
You're wrong. Nothing like you. The whole reason I do it. The whole reason I do this is to stop people like you.
Boom, tell him, Peter. Preach your Spider-Man knowledge. Ouch. Okay, guys, come on. Give me a little bit of a breathing room right now, okay? Woo! These rapid dodging mechanics are pretty good once you do keep going in, like, between back and forth with all these, you know, mini carnages, but still, guys, come on. If you're gonna spam the same moves as Cletus, try and be a bit more damaging instead of just acting like you're punks, taking damage like no tomorrow. Like so. Oh, come on now. You know you want to try and fight me.
Personal, I just think you're a jerk.
What's the, difference, Spider-Man? He is kind of a... He's not that nice, you know, he is kind of a psycho, just saying, but, you know, what did he ever do to you? It's not like he killed Uncle Ben or anything, but he did kill Uncle Ben's killer, so that's something interesting. Come on, Cletus. Let's end this, okay? Your symbiote's kind of having a panic attack right now, okay? Let's calm it down with some nap time, alright? Rejected! Whoa! No, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to do this. How about a taste of Spider Blast? Not Spider Punch. Cletus, you're just gonna keep burning alive there? Come on. It's not that smart. Hiya! Final kick of fury. Enjoy hell, punk. Ooh. Shish kebab, Ella mode, Carnage. At your service.
Don't want to be alone again. Please just let me die.
That's not the answer, Cletus. None of us are gonna find any answers here.
So I'm just gonna let you burn alive. What a nice ending. Now this part's actually cool for the ending. Not gonna lie.
What's the matter, Peter? You look like you lost your last friend. Hey, but I know for a fact you've still got at least one.
It's Uncle Ben. I miss him so much. I just feel lost without him. He raised me. I loved him. And he died because he was looking for me. I'm not sure how to live with that.
Let me ask you something, Pilgrim. Your Uncle Ben, he was one of the best people I ever knew. Everyone loved him. He had an amazing life, right? So, why do you want to make it all about how it ended? What counts isn't how he died, Peter. What matters is really the way he lived. I want you to make his life mean something. I want you to be the man he raised you to be. The man that he was so proud of when he saw what you were growing into.
He told you that?
All the time. Your uncle knew what a tough place the world could be. He knew that it needs heroes. And hey, take it from me, you are one of those heroes. So what do you say? Are you gonna go out there and prove it? I want you to do it for Uncle Ben, and for me.
Yeah. Yes, Dan. I will. I miss Uncle Ben. I'll always miss him. But I don't have to replace him, because he already gave me everything I needed. Now it's up to me to honor his memory by using what he gave me, in a way that'll make him proud.
Nuff said. Nuff said.
Not a single person or car in sight, just like New York City is always known for, extremely empty streets, of course. So yay! We beat the game, guys. We beat The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and wow. Just wow. And that's what the title of Radioactive Review is going to be, like little sneak peek of what Radioactive Review will be, is in fact I will call it Radioactive Review dash The Amazing Spider-Man 2 dash wow just wow because of how bad this game is. And again, you have to take in all the factors. Activision rushed this game out. They were given a lower budget than what The Amazing Spider-Man 1 was given. You know, they obviously took a lot of the same features from The Amazing Spider-Man 1, just added like little small new things, like, you know, the ionic webbing and the seismic blast, and of course new bosses, and the story that, you know, being different, and the Peter Parker gameplay, that's, you know, interesting. But overall, again, this is not a good game. I'm sorry, if you like this game, great, more power to you. But me personally, this is the worst Spider-Man game of all time. My least favorite one is Edge of Time. I prefer this game over Edge of Time any day, but still, if you are taking it from, like, if you're, you know, actually rating the best and worst Spider-Man games, like I've already said, Ultimate Spider-Man is the best, but Web of Shadows is my favorite. This Spider-Man game is the worst, but Edge of Time is my least favorite, if that makes sense. Music, forgettable. I'm sorry, extremely forgettable. That one part, though, Carnage's theme, the dun-dun-dun, that's cool. I like that part of the soundtrack, but the combat soundtrack, the car chasing soundtrack, the boss fight soundtrack is so dull. Nothing stands out as like, wow, that was a great soundtrack. You know, like The Amazing Spider-Man 1. The Amazing Spider-Man 1 had a great soundtrack. The combat soundtrack was very energetic. The free roaming soundtrack felt very, like lively. It's like, wow, this is like a great, soundtrack to go and swing around. In this, it's like it repeats the same soundtrack over and over and over again when you are in fact free roaming. And of course, when you free roam, you don't free roam in the sense that you can do it whenever you want, how long you want to. You obviously can free roam whenever, but like, say you free roam for like a solid, like maybe 5 minutes. I wouldn't even say a half an hour, but like I would say a solid 5-10 minute time gap. And then all of a sudden the task force will be in the city trying to murder you. They will have like, floating shields that will try and stop you from web swinging, and then you have to go and fight crime to make them go away, which is so irritating. Again, all the side missions are repetitive. Like, you do that, like, say you do a deadlock, and then you go back and you do another deadlock, and it ends up being the same exact one you just finished like 5 minutes ago. So there's no variety. The side missions range from fighting guys in the streets, police deadlocks, saving civilians, and throwing away bombs, and Russian hideouts, and just finding collectibles, and comic book pages, which is collectibles, and story missions. And again, the story is extremely short for a game that is free roam. With Edge of Time, it made sense because it was a linear Spider-Man game, where, they just were stuck in one building, and it really should have been an animated movie. This, though, it's a free roaming Spider-Man game. It's a movie tie-in game, and it's really, really short. Again, if you take out all the side missions, and you just do only the story, I think you can beat this game in a solid day. Even on hard mode, you can beat this game in a solid day. Even the Amazing Spider-Man 1 was, average length. This is just way too short. Graphics, I don't know what to think. The graphics are, like, back and forth for me. Like, the suit sometimes looks nice during, like, late afternoon or sunset time of day. I don't know. Like, for PS4, again, you could say this is the very first time Spider-Man game was on the PlayStation 4. I agree with that, but it was multi-platform. So, like, it was mainly developed for the last gen consoles like PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, and then it was ported to the Xbox One and PlayStation 4, if that makes sense. Which is why I'm seeing like Spider-Man PS4 is the first ever fully exclusive next gen Spider-Man game, on par with Arkham Knight level. Whereas this, it's a movie tie-in game, so that obviously detracts from the amount of budget it's getting. Like, for example, like if Batman Arkham Knight was actually Batman v Superman, the movie tie-in game, like it wouldn't get that big of a budget. Since it was an original Batman game that wasn't tied into any movie, that's why it was given such a big budget. When it's such a visually excellent game. Like, how that game looks graphically is fantastic. You could hate the game. I love it. It's my favorite Arkham game. This, though, definitely not on my top 5 list of Spider-Man games. Definitely, like, one of my least favorites. When it came out, like I said, I liked it quite a lot, but now seeing it, playing it again, replaying all the missions, it's not that good. The one thing, again, it's weird where the sections where you ask people questions, because it feels like it is just the cutscene, but then like, oh, we have to have a gameplay thing here because it is a game and not a movie, so I guess you can just ask them questions if you want to. But even, again, like, if you don't ask them questions, it doesn't matter. Like, the story will end up the exact same way, even though you ask all the questions, or none of the questions, it would still end up the exact same way. So it's like, why is that a feature? I don't know. And, Peter Parker gameplay, what they had to work with, again, with the lower budget, restriction to the movie tie-in game aspect, I think it was interesting. Kingpin's fundraiser, other things in regards to interacting with Peter, it was alright.
Oh, you can rely on me, Mr. Mayor. I consider it my honor to provide any help I can. What happened to young Osborn is tragic, but never fear. I'll continue to finance the task force myself. And, at the risk of seeming overconfident, I promise you, with the criminal organizations that plagued our city crushed, the crime rate will go down to a manageable level. Yeah, goodbye. There you are. Come in, my friend. Come in. I couldn't have done this without you. Chameleon. What happens now? Now, the real work begins.
Dun dun dun! Which is a cool Easter egg kind of to the Sinister Six, because we were supposed to get the Amazing Spider-Man 3, and it didn't happen, so that was supposed to tie into the Sinister Six possibly appearing in the Amazing Spider-Man 3 video game, if we were to get that, which is pretty cool. Chris Baker might know something about that, since he worked on this game. And yeah, whatever, I gave Edge of Time a 6 out of 10. I still don't know yet if my score for this game is that same score or lower than that. But definitely expect a lot of cons in Radioactive Review. But yeah, you know, I don't know. This game is whatever.
Can't ever forget why I'm here. To help people.
Nice. And see, that's what I kind of like about it, is that, you know, the final battle with Carnage was Spider-Man kind of doing his great Spider-Man thing, where he's like, great power comes great responsibility. I gotta be a person to, you know, have that power and responsibility for everyone in the city, because I'm a hero and all that. So, you know, I appreciate that. So we're gonna, right now, we are going to get all the rest of the photo investigation mission journalist things, so you can get a little bit more insight in the story, and then we will end it, and you will see what the final game the next game, I should say, I'm playing for Radioactive Replay is. So, yeah. So while we're swinging around, let's just talk about, I guess, the game in general. So, yeah, now, even though when you beat the game, you still can free roam, and you can do all the Russian hideouts, if you didn't do all the Russian hideouts already, in the city. You can continue to try and find the comic book pages and, you know, the Oscorp crates and Russian hideouts, and just keep doing side missions forever and ever and ever, but they are the same exact side mission over and over again, which gets very old very quickly, and you can just keep leveling up your suits. And that's really it, though. And also the arcade challenges if you didn't do them.
Shady spies always dress like shady spies?
Because they're jerkwads.
Suitable for framing.
They're easily smug,
Busted.
dumb jerkwads, Spider-Man. Out of my way, punks. Whatever, I can't go through you. Garbage.
Mencken to senior agents. I am growing concerned about Mr. Osborn's mental state. He is exhibiting angry outbursts, paranoia, and secretiveness. While I do hope it will not come to this, I feel it is time to explore our options should a change in leadership prove necessary. Make sure you record and bring to my attention any behavior that can be used as evidence pertaining to Mr. Osborn's lack of fitness for his position.
You get it? Because he's the Green Goblin? And he went nuts? I assume so, you know? Like, maybe he just... Maybe he... You know, Chameleon, maybe he had a bad day. Maybe the serum was just like, you know, a little smack of cocaine, you know? Like, he just had to, you know, get his fix, and he just had a wily, crazy day, you know? Crazy Harry trying to bomb New York and trying to kill Spider-Man. You know how he is. It's nothing too serious.
See if I can get a picture of her data.
Why is there a cop car in the middle of Central Park? Why? Why would you need to be here?
Excellent.
Jean?
Very interesting.
Tell me your reasoning, please. So confused.
The Kingpin has friends in high places. I'm getting a lot of pressure to stop looking into him, and an offer to work in corporate security at Horizon Labs with a big raise. If the Kingpin's got this much influence, part of me wants to bring him down more than ever. But another part of me thinks I should take the job, because his next move won't be as nice. And if his reach is as long as it seems, there's no way I can stop him.
Unless we team up, Jean. That would be a cool story mission in the game if they wanted to do that. You know, Spider-Man could talk to Jean DeWolf. Just saying, Beanox, you should have, you know, thought of something like that. Or if you were teasing that in The Amazing Spider-Man 3, then I don't know why you just didn't do it in this game. But still, come on. Seriously? I don't know. You know?
Something awful went down here.
Yes, it did, which I don't know how Cletus got out of the prison.
Just what I needed.
We gonna talk about that?
Sooner or later, guys like this always make a mistake.
Yes, they do. The one mistake that Cletus made is that he burned to death Spider-Man, so how is he alive still doing this type of stuff?
Interesting theory, Doc. I never had a real family that cared about me, so I'm trying to make my own. I think you're whacked in the head, but hey, who am I to judge? It's a nice idea. A dozen more like me, a bond stronger than blood. Imagine all the wonderful things we could do together. We could spread the truth, watch the family grow, pull back the curtain and show the world that rich vein of red just underneath.
So, were you talking about opening, like...
It's a target for crooks. Better keep an eye out.
I don't know, are you talking about, like, a, ketchup bottle mishap, Cletus? Like, you know how hard it is to try and get ketchup out of a ketchup bottle? I'm assuming, like, reveal the red underneath, like that, right? Like, you know, you gotta put it on your burger or your hot dog or whatever your preference is, but Yeah, not that good. And that's one thing that I, you know, you guys were saying that in Spider-Man 2, like the Tobey Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man actually does talk to himself. That is kind of true. And what I mean by that is like talk to himself when he's swinging around. Okay, that's not good.
I have a bad feeling about this.
What I mean by that is...
Good shot. This guy has a screw loose.
Yes, he does. What I mean by that is, in certain parts of the game, like, there'll be a mission, like, he's trying to go after, you know, Doc Ock or something, and then, you know, like, he'll say, oh, I'm late for, MJ's play or whatever, and then he'll go to the mission and talk to himself. That was only for, like, the main mission. Like, if you're, you know, swinging around, free roam, he does do that with, like, inside missions, like, he's like, oh, you the woman? Or, like, you the man? Something like that, which is awesome, but... You know, mainly he talked to himself during those story aspects of the game. But yeah.
I've never seen. Now that's a keeper. Only a real sicko signs his work like that.
It's the same exact thing, Spider-Man. No need to get all hissy fit about it. But in this game, I do like it where you do, in fact, swing around the city after the game is beaten, and he'll bring up, like, whatever area it is you are in to make it feel like you are in a different district, but still, it doesn't look like anything special. But
got an active nightlife. Bad guys love that.
Like that. See, he just pointed out Gramercy, so that's really interesting, and that's one little feature that I do like. Let's see.
What are you looking at?
What the... Excuse me?
Just the image.
Say that to my face, punk.
Feels good to spy on the spies.
See where that gets you.
I bet they're the ones used to taking secret pictures.
Yes, they are, Spider-Man, but good thing that we just took one right in front of them, and they're not even going to do anything about it. So, let's double check. There are, in fact, 3 more, so let's just listen to the 3 that we just got. CK Part 8. Let's do that first.
How do I feel? Great. I don't know what you injected me with, Doc, but you should bottle and sell it because I've never been better. And I know you're gonna say this is crazy Cassidy talking, but I swear I can hear whatever it is inside me, in my head. What does it say? It says, we're in this together. It says, it'll look out for me. We'll be inseparable. Like best friends. Or family.
Uh-oh. The moment where Cletus Cassidy in a Spider-Man game says we, but Venom in the Spider-Man movie says I. Oh, that makes me so mad.
The voice in my head. It's still there. You don't believe it's real, do you? But you injected me with something special. Something that made me stronger. Why don't you think it might be alive in its own way? I could show you. It grows like a baby. If you want, I could give you part of it, so you've got your own. No? Okay, fine. Suit yourself. Just remember, I gave you a chance.
He kind of sounded a bit butthurt there, like, no, fine, whatever. I didn't want to share my symbiote with you anyway. No biggie.
Mencken to all agents. I have lost contact with the men watching Harry Osborn and am receiving reports of alarms at Oscorp. Notify the police immediately. Also, forward them whatever data we have concerning Mr. Osborn's deteriorating state of mind. I believe he is a danger to himself and others. We have done all we can to protect him. We must now think of the bigger picture. The survival of Oscorp itself.
The bigger picture. The bigger picture of making sure that our company that is known to be corrupt, and also with all the evil, sinister items that we're making in this company, we must protect it at all costs. Even though Norman Osborn's dead, and Harry Osborn just went into a crazy Green Goblin psychopath, we still must protect this company at all costs. No matter the stakes or the risks. Oscorp is God, pretty much. Like, Jesus, man, come on, it's a lost cause. Just try and make Apple or something, you know? Like, make a, you know, do a Steve Jobs or something. Like, just go and try and make a software company, like Spider-Man was saying to Kingpin, like, I think Spider-Man threw a jab at Steve Wozniak. Like, hey, you want to make a software company, man? Be my guest. Like, are you taking a jab at Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, Spider-Man?
Well, let's see if I can get a picture of her data.
Yes, you can, Spider-Man. She won't care one bit.
Now that's a beautiful shot. Got it. I hate to spy on a good cop, but we're in a crisis.
Yes, so I'm just gonna take a picture and say nothing to you and just go and take it as my own evidence that I will never use ever, and I don't understand how taking a picture has an audio log come out immediately after we get the picture into our phone's email. Unless Whitney Chang knows something about this, or unless she's the one who's giving us these audio logs in the first place, but still. Come on, Whitney. Web shoot what? What was that? Oh, the, Oscorp crate. Duh. Yes, again, Oscorp crate's in the middle of,
Those guys look awfully suspicious.
a little small park or something. Makes sense. Thanks!
Great composition.
Appreciate... No, you the woman? There you go. That's what I meant to
Feels
say.
good to spy on the spies. I bet they're the ones used to taking secret pictures.
Yes, Spider-Man with secret pictures, spies. Okay.
Now I can
Great.
find out
And
how
one
that's-
more of Jean
I'd love
DeWolf.
to get a shot of Detective DeWolf's evidence.
Nice.
That'll come in handy.
Hooray! All the audio logs are received, so we will listen to all of them right now, which, again, doesn't really give that much, insight to the story, but, sure, why not? Let's see, let's have a nice final shot of Spider-Man just looking out into the ocean. While we listen to, all the audio logs. You know what? No, let's go, just like in The Amazing Spider-Man 1, we ended on, like, the shoreline pier thing. Let's do that again. Very calming. Let's see, 9, 10, and 8, so let's listen to Jean first.
I should be celebrating. Between us, Spider-Man, and the task force, we're scoring win after win. The Hood, Mr. Negative, Hammerhead, Herman Schultz, the Russian mob, Silvermane, the Big Man, the Crime Master, all crushed. The bosses are in jail and their men are on the run. So why can't I shake the feeling that something a lot worse is gonna take their place? Maybe because it always does.
Like Mr. Negative. Spider-Man PS4. Awesomeness.
I keep hearing about this new crime lord, the Kingpin, consolidating what's left of the other boss's mobs. But no one seems to have met him in person or knows his real name. He's either really smart, or he scares the hell out of people. Or both. He's playing with fire trying to get criminals who were shooting at each other a few days ago to work together. But if he can pull it off, he'll be the most powerful gangster New York's ever seen.
Uh-oh. 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 No, I'm kidding. But basically, yeah, Kingpin's a bad man. He's super bad. And, his story would have continued with the Sinister Six and the Amazing Spider-Man 3, I think. But, too bad, so sad.
Mankin to Ravencroft agents. Evacuate immediately. Cletus Cassidy has escaped. He has been altered by the Venom Serum and is extremely dangerous. Do not take time to scrub evidence of experiments in the Venom Wing. Exit Ravencroft and lock it down as soon as possible. Frankly, gentlemen, I do not see how Oscorp can survive today's events. This will be my final communication. Should you be lucky enough to survive, you are on your own.
Every man for himself. You know that whole thing that we said about Oscorp trying to make it sure that it's secure and everything, and, making sure that we actually do, in fact, have a company that can be stable and that we can go and make a profit from it and try and make people miserable while trying to make money through everyone's suffering? Yeah, you know that plan that we had? Just forget that. We don't need that at all. Whose idea was that in the first place? What? Mine? What? Who would think that? No one, that's who. So yay, everyone, we finally defeated all of the enemies in the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Carnage is down now for the count. We did all the missions with trying to get the audio logs. The city is safe from the threat once again, and now we are going to hang out upside down for a cool final shot, of course. And now, the big reveal. What is the next Spider-Man game we are going to play for Radioactive Replay, everybody? It is going to be one on the PlayStation 2, and it is the one, the only, Spider-Man Friend or Foe!
You what?